Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Shonen and Chill, hosted by Zenrotto and Oceaniz.
Hello, hello, folks. How's everybody doing?
Got a little unplanned week off,
hmm
as is tradition in the Shonen field.
Yeah, we're really letting ourselves be influenced by certain mangaka. Just unannounced random breaks.
Oh my God, they really need to let that man take a vacation.
We'll talk about it, but yes, the bottom line is yes. Um, so I guess first things first. What kind of news do we have for the folks? Uh, Although considering the break, some of this might be olds already.
Yeah, I feel like we might be a little behind on the news front. What do you got?
hmm well, the big one is, did you hear about Araki?
No.
That Hirohiko Araki is not his real name.
Oh, I thought that was a meme. Is that true?
That is true. His high school accidentally named him by his birth name. So we know. I mean, it's not a huge change. We just know that his birth name is Toshiyuki Araki. Apparently,
Oh, interesting.
yeah. Not that it matters, but it's just kind of wild.
It is kind of crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, because I first thought that that was a meme as well. But then, people were pulling out the receipts. They were pulling out that letter from his high school. We're celebrating, our alum who has gone on to become a really popular and influential mangaka, Toshiyuki Araki. It's like, oh, and that's a picture of him.
You think he's not
Um,
like, God damn it. Come
I
on.
mean, the man's had his career. At this point, it doesn't really matter, I'd assume. Like it's funny as well because you can look back through like JoJo chapter comments, and he sometimes complains about, oh, Hirohiko isn't really easy to pronounce for a lot of foreigners. And now we know, man, you did this to yourself. Like you literally made that bed, brother.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm. Besides that, I don't think I have anything big. Um,
They did release an official statement on Horikoshi's health, and that
oh,
it's gonna be, yeah, it just says that it's a break notice that the series is gonna be absent this week and the following week due to
hmm
Horikoshi's physical condition, which you
hmm
think would be a clue, but I guess not.
yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, aside from that, I have nothing else.
Yeah, I don't really think there's anything else. There's a Sakamoto Days special campaign,
hmm
which apparently is going to have a novel. The series is getting a novel early. That seems
Oh,
quick for a book, but I don't know.
oh, brother, I can't wait to read Sakamoto Days for like a literature exam or something.
Yeah. Also,
Deep.
there's the blue box. Oh God, Ao Haru Nandemo Research Bako project to let readers send information about love spells, romantic situations, or weird love legends.
Okay. Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah. Weird love legends. Did you know that the best way to like get ladies is to treat them as human beings and respect them? That's crazy.
Oh, this is coming from a prison from whatever the opposite of Romania is.
Hey, I'll have I have my on my business cards, I have renowned woman respecter written on it so that everyone knows. That'd be such a massive red flag. Holy shit.
Yes, it would be.
Famed woman understander. Ah,
Blue Box is also getting a popularity poll. That's neat.
Good. I
Yeah.
don't think I remember 10 characters.
Yeah, I remember like four, maybe. Like,
hmm Taiki's jacket will win number 9. Or like Chinatsu's basketball. It's gonna be shit like that. Because there really aren't that many named characters in this
no, there
series.
really aren't.
Mm.
We're getting another murder mystery one shot next week.
Oh, isn't it
Yeah.
that the one by the Act Age artist?
Yes.
Mm, nice.
Hmm.
Good for her.
And the Doctor Stone anime is back in April.
Good for it. Good for people who watch the anime. I don't think I don't think I've watched like a single episode of it.
It's pretty good.
Mm.
It's okay. It's not as good as the manga, but it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, feel like that's the conclusion for a lot of anime
Generally how it
adaptations.
is, yeah.
Yeah. Um, anything else, or are we gonna jump into the
No,
main
I
event?
think that we're good to jump in. I don't see anything else of immediate interest here.
Mm-hmm. So, top three, hit me.
Okay, so my number three was a bit of a toss-up. I think it's going to go to Ichinose family.
Mm-hmm.
My number two, Chainsaw Man. And my number one, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Brother, we are on a roll, cause same.
Hey, that's
Hey.
like 3 weeks in a row. Let's go.
Well, I mean, certain series just ain't be hitting these
Yeah,
days,
that's true.
and I do think we have very similar tastes. Um, you know, whoa, another podcast with two copy pasted white guys. uh,
Yeah, but we have a capitalist all for one, so
that is
we bring
true.
something special to the people.
That is true. We have like two or three gags that we made up once, and we just keep running into the ground whenever we can.
That's absolutely true.
um, but all right. So, where do we start?
First off, this week is going to be Spy Family.
Oh, right. Um, it was okay.
Yeah, it
It
was
was,
fine. It's kind of nothing.
yeah,
It was just like
yeah.
look at them being cute.
Hmm.
When they were like, oh, your mom made all this food, I was like, don't eat it. She's gonna fucking poison you.
Yeah. Um,
Don't
it's
eat that
interesting.
shit.
It's interesting that whenever Spy Family has like a big cliffhanger chapter, like the last one with like the mom being super creepy, every time they do that, the next chapter immediately is like some fluff,
Yeah, it's
you
just
know?
almost nothing right afterward.
Yeah, it's almost like to make you forget or like lull you into a sense of security. Um, so yeah, I mean, I really have almost nothing to say about this
Yeah,
chapter.
I mean
It was
it
fine.
was decently cute. Pretty much nothing happened. It's just
Yeah,
cute.
it
Cute. Look at
it
the
had
cute.
on.
That's all it was.
Yeah, it had Anya in it, so it's a good chapter.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
All right, then
Uh,
Anya out of 10.
yeah,
Next up, we've got Sasuke's story.
I'm gonna say the dino stuff is deflating a little.
A little bit, but also Sasuke jumping in and using Susanoo to protect the dinosaur from other dinosaurs.
Fair enough. Also, what a weird choice of dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure this is that a I think that's a Dinochirus, the like little well big chicken boys. That's not a like usual uh Jurassic Park dinosaur. That's bonus points for that. Um
I like the way it
so
kicked off that dude's head.
yeah, and I really like it. Wait, what page is it? There's one page where Sasuke is like, "Oh, Menno, you take care of this," and it's just a panel of like Menno giving him like a blank lizard stare.
Well, if you look at his head, hang on, let me find that page because I know exactly what you're talking
It's
about.
page five. It's page five,
He's
I
got a
think.
little mark above his head that I think is supposed to mean that he's nodding.
Oh yeah,
I think
he's
he's like, yes. He's got the two little nod lines above his head.
he's doing the male nod.
Man is in on the plan. Menno
Yeah,
gets it.
it's like, all right, Menno, you know the plan. Go do it. Um, yeah. It's cute, like him saving Sakura. Again, low bar, but it is doing some shit for like the old romance starved Naruto fan in me.
Yeah, the Naruto fan that doesn't know what romance is because there's never been any in Naruto.
Yeah. Um. So it's like what romance? The R word? Like Rinnegan? Like yeah.
Also, I really like the 5 squat up panels that the enemy dinosaurs get on page 25.
Oh yeah. The squad is here.
Yeah, the whole squad is here teaming up. Like, I like how they're being treated like an actual villainous group. Like, that's a shot you would put for a bunch of characters that are about to fight someone. And
You ever
it's
think
just
of
5 repeats of the same dinosaur.
you ever think about how fucking crazy it is that you can draw a direct line of inspiration between this and all the way back to like the Ginyu Force in Dragon Ball?
uh, the Ginyu dinosaurs.
Yeah. Um, you know what? Maybe this is where Kishimoto's future lies. You know, like abandon Naruto and Boruto. You know, that's a sinking ship. Uh, just make a dinosaur manga. You'd save on
No dialogue in
translations.
it at all. It's all just them making those noises.
Yeah, you know that it would save on translation as well. It's a genius idea. I hope he steals it from me.
Anything's better than Boruto.
Well, yeah. I mean, did you hear that it's now apparently
Yeah.
ending its own part one?
Well, it's on hiatus now for a while, right?
Yeah, and it's like, man, that shit was cool when Naruto did it.
Yeah, time skipping, I guess, to when they're having that fight in the beginning. It's whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm sorry for the 5 people who care about Boruto
Yeah, it'll pop up
in
on
our
the
comments.
timeline on Twitter, and there'll be a decent looking fight, and everyone's gonna be like, "This is what everyone hates on," and then we'll all be like, "Yeah, it is." Anyway,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care. I still don't care.
Uh, so if they're actually getting to that fight now, that's actually wild because I'm pretty sure the first time they teased like the fight between Boruto and that other kid, where like Konoha is destroyed. I'm pretty sure I was in high school when that
Well, yeah, it was
was
like the
first
very
teased.
beginning, like the very first thing
Yeah,
they showed, wasn't it?
yeah. What a long time to get to something so utterly meaningless.
Yeah, that I just don't care about it all. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Um. Anyway, the Sasuke manga gets a not Boruto, therefore good out of 10.
Therefore acceptable.
Yeah.
All right. So the next up is Fabricant 100.
Okay, so this is something I've been thinking since last week's chapter, which we didn't talk about. Um, are you getting like speed up vibes from the pace?
That
Cause
like that it's suddenly jumping a little, not as bad as like Candy Flurry, but a
no, I
little.
mean nothing as bad as is as Candy Flurry, you know. That was wild.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, but definitely a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't expect us to get into like the whole, oh yes, this man is made out of your family thing this early. This feels like something that would come up much later in the story.
It reminds me a
Um,
little bit of Phantom Seer, where they set up like, oh, I'm one of the bosses who's doing the bad thing you don't like, and then there's a chance that we're gonna beat this person, and they're gonna be like, well, you did it. You accomplished your goal.
uh-huh.
I'm never gonna see you again. Bye.
Yeah, but that aside, this is a fun little scuffle.
Yeah, I like
Um,
the idea that, having the super special body parts makes people actually able to tussle with number 100 a little bit. Um,
mhm.
I don't really fully understand how a small child could take a kick not meant to for a human and seem to be relatively fine. He's
It's
just kind of
okay. His
like,
body is
ow.
superior.
I guess.
Yeah,
He just
he's
he's just kind
got
of laying there like, but he seems
he's
mostly
got
okay.
he's got superior little child abs. I don't know. Um, But I will say the sequence where like he gets hurt and number 100 is like mad. That's actually a really cool like little bit of like paneling and visual design, like with with her shadow being like this blood-soaked memory of them, and then also the final panel where she looks ooh scary. You know, that's
hmm
cool.
I
That's
do
cool
like the
shit.
idea that like, oh, you heal so much that I can't kill you, so I'm just gonna make you wish you could die. That's pretty cool.
Yes, reminds me of Denji and the Eternity Devil in Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
um,
all in all, pretty good.
I will say this sets a funny precedent because what if like her power up is just gonna be the main character putting himself in danger for like the
That's
rest
just
of the
so how he
series.
does it every time.
Like, 100, quick! I've stubbed my superior child toe. No, she goes absolutely apeshit. But yeah, fine chapter. It was all right. Again, the vibe is a little weird getting to see something so seemingly advanced this early, but I also don't think it's like major danger territory, so it's fine. Well, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it's not getting the red flag warning sign, but we'll see how it goes. We're decent at predicting that, unfortunately.
Damn, we are? Fuck. I thought we sucked. I thought we agreed we would just suck at this. No.
This is him quitting the show because we violated our contract that said we would always be atrocious.
Yeah, not just in predicting, but just like in general. It's like, yeah, when I signed on to this show, the rule was we can never actually make good content. It all has to be terrible.
100 plus episodes later, and we're still going. Not one good episode among them.
Yeah, going strong. What's next?
Next up is Jiangshi X.
So this is like the All Might fight, is it?
I
Like at the
guess.
start of.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, because this guy's not making it out alive. Like he's gonna show off, he's gonna be like super cool, and then he's gonna like die tragically to the main guy immediately.
Probably, yeah. I'm still sitting here, I'm still getting name fatigue, and I don't know if that's because I'm just a stupid American, but like, god damn, the first 2 pages.
I was about to say the same thing. Uh, Page 2, the middle panel. Why have you come to Shengshan village? For the Shilai Ten Thunders of the Hyunghuang Mu, and for the Jutan Hyanu, and it's like, good lord, please just
What are those
localize this.
things? I
Yeah,
don't know what any
like
of that is.
please find a localized equivalent because I get that they're trying to keep it very accurate, and that's admirable. But for the average reader, well, for me, sorry, kids, that's who matters here. Um, for me,
I personally am not a fan.
yeah, yeah, literally, like for me, it's just it's so disorienting and sort of immersion breaking to be like, oh, okay, I guess these are just words I don't understand, and there's
Yeah,
no
these are
way
just
for me to figure
things.
it out. Yeah.
They don't really do it
Um.
anymore. Like the rest of the chapter, they mostly are just talking normally, which is fine. But like, God,
Mhm.
those first 2 pages, I was already about to check out mentally.
Well, yeah, but I think that's less the series getting a grip on it, and more sort of just that the rest of the chapter spent discussing fairly broad topics that
Yeah, just
probably
like
don't have specific words.
abstracts instead of
Yeah.
specific words.
Yeah. Art still goes crazy though.
Yes,
Art's really good.
I love the attack on 22, the spread. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
like
everything.
the whole like Sun Wukong transformation bit, or I guess he summons a Jiangshi that looks like Sun Wukong. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, and I mean, the actual conflict here at stake is fairly like basic, but it's
Yeah, I
serviceable. It's
mean
pretty
it's
good.
just, you know, we're gonna take over the world. Nuh-uh. Like, all right.
I'm always a fan whenever a series brings up and it's like, oh, we are the protectors of this realm, and then the villain is like, oh yeah, the world seems pretty fucked for a place you're supposed to be protecting. I like that. I always think that's because yeah, the world is generally kind of fucked. There's not much you can do about that. Um, so I like it when a villain is like, you know what? Nah, this has not worked so far. We're taking drastic measures. Um, it makes him a very proactive, very cool force, even if I cannot for the life of me remember or pronounce this guy's name.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you
Um,
his name to save my life. Gun to my head.
yeah,
It's over.
yeah. That's not a metaphor, by the way. I do literally have a gun to his head.
It's the only
Here at
thing
the
they
nursing
allowed in the
home.
retirement home was the gun.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, they confiscate all my hero volumes, but the guns, no, that's fine.
It's an
They'll do
American
less.
retirement home.
Well, also guns will do less damage to me comparatively. Uh, but yeah, Jiangshi X gets a cool art out of 10.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's cool. I'm still with it, even if again, it's something that's kind of hard to complain about because I also don't want to sound like like weirdly xenophobic and be like, ugh, why
Yeah.
can't it be in in a real language? But
Yeah. I think it's just for me that like I can't remember all of these very similar sounding names.
yeah, and
So like it's when people they're starting to talk about stuff and they always do it in the most rapid fire way possible. Like that one
mhm.
speech bubble, it happens like 4 times.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like, God.
I think what's another problem is that it's not like it's a rare thing. As you said, it's so common that I think it would, from a localizing perspective, make sense to start, you know, localizing them or at least, giving translation notes or something. Because it's not something like I don't know, what's a good example? Like Naruto or Jujutsu Kaisen, where like Japanese words are interspersed as just like names of things
Mhm.
occasionally. Um, where I think in Naruto you can get away with calling the Shadow Clone Jutsu the Kagebunshin Jutsu, um, because it rolls off the tongue fairly well for most languages, and you just have to mention one time that Kagebunshin means Shadow Clone. That's all right. But with here you have so many words, so many different terms and names that just they're not particularly intuitive. I think the fact that this is based obviously on Chinese also makes it harder for people like us who are very used to sort of the Japanese language and the way that is translated and sort of localized. So there's that additional difficulty as well. Um, so yeah, I honestly can't even like pretend to have a solution for this because I also think it's not necessarily fair to just be like, oh, translate all the names, weirdo. Um, because no, it's clearly something this series is very passionate about, like wanting that element of Chinese culture and I like linguistics to shine through. So yeah, it might just be kind of an elusive samurai situation where we're just so not the target audience that we kind of just have to cope.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. That like, oh, this is not for you, so just enjoy it the way that you can.
Yeah, which is
Which,
looking at the cool art.
yeah, which is fine. I like the cool art. I'm fine with it. But
Hmm.
damn, man, my eyes glaze over something fierce a lot of the time.
Yeah. So how are your Shilei Ten Thunders doing, specifically in the Hyungwang Mu situation?
Exactly. I'm already
Yeah.
even you saying that. I'm like checked out, brain off. That's how they put
uh,
us to sleep in the nursing home. Is they just start reading these panels. Think it's
what?
medication, but it's not. It's Jiangshi X exposition.
What? You're telling me the way they put us racist grandpas to sleep is by just speaking in Chinese? That's not a good look. Shonen and chill.
Oh God.
uh, anyway, moving on.
Alright, next up is Akane Banashi.
This is cool, but I will say, anytime someone is called a demon in the context of like sports or theater, that's the funniest shit to me.
Well, like, okay, so even for sports, I can get it, because like you can fucking hurt people in sports, you know? Like
Uh
you
huh.
can be a jerk or play aggressive or whatever. This guy's just doing a thing on stage, and they're
Uh
acting like he's evil. But for the most part, he's only been nice.
huh.
Every time he's shown up on page, he's been average to nice. He came here
Yeah.
specifically to tell her to go to this contest to try to win something that she really wants.
Hmm.
But they're sitting here like, oh my God, how are we supposed to? What are we supposed to do? Like he's fucking Frieza.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we referenced this one tweet quite a lot, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, oh, the worst villains in shonen
Yeah,
history.
and it's Frieza, Kaido, and the volleyball kid who plays for the other team.
Yeah, add this guy to the list.
For real. It's even like all the adults are sitting here like, oh my god, who who is this monster? It's just a kid performing shit on a stage. What are you talking about? Maybe this isn't for. Maybe only actors truly get it. I don't know. But I don't get it at all.
I spent a few years as a theater actor, and I can say I don't get it. I'm not gonna pretend I was good, but that's a separate issue.
And then she's sitting there like, why are you helping me? Like it's a villainous team up. And his words are mostly encouraging. Like, I want to see your story.
Yeah.
But they're still treating him like a villain somehow.
Yeah, because it's also interesting because we get the old man, he gets treated as like a monster for a while, and then when we hear about his method, it like humanizes him a little bit. But now this kid is being treated kind of similarly, but I don't know, the old guy seemed a lot worse to me.
Yeah, I mean, is the point just that like, oh, he's not taking the audience into account, but he's just that good that it's okay? Because now the show's ruined by the audience being all unsettled by his creepy story. I don't know,
I
man.
guess.
I don't know. It's just funny to me. Like,
Yeah, like
I can't register this guy as a threat because all he's doing is sitting on a cushion and talking.
it's the age-old like classic lineup of villainous traits, killing people, manipulation, being really good at telling ghost stories. Yeah, Frieza would lose against him 1v1, is all I'm saying. I need someone to Photoshop Frieza into the audience being like, oh my god.
That panel of him learning about the Super Saiyan legend is just he's in the audience.
He's like, oh, good lord. But that aside,
the clip where he's having a PTSD flashback when he sees Trunks.
Oh yeah. He calls Ginyu like in the middle of the night. He's like, Ginyu, what if ghosts are real? Look, Frieza, what is this about? What if ghosts are real, Ginyu? Answer the fucking question.
Can you prove to me they aren't real?
Lord Frieza, we know they're real. Half our men are in hell. Sorry, HFIL. Forgot. We're on 4Kids.
Careful, yeah, we're old school Funimation here.
Yeah, that's how we used to watch Dragon Ball back in our day.
Hiffle.
The Hiffle. I have never watched Dragon Ball's like original Funimation dub in full. I've only seen Kai and like bits of the Japanese bits.
It's truly impressively bad. Like, I know everyone's like, oh, it paved the way for anime, which is totally true. But damn, that dub sucks so hard.
I like what I've heard of Bruce Faulconer's music.
Yeah, like, it's pretty good. It's weirdly placed sometimes, but it's good. I wish he wrote it all.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but if there's some lore there.
Oh, you don't know about the Faulconer stuff? That he basically like actually had ghostwriters for like everything that he did?
Oh.
And he's also apparently such a huge asshole that they just stopped working with him.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah. Good music. Wish I knew who actually wrote it.
Yeah, good music that occasionally transitions into like penis music, but that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sort of, I don't know, like tech electro rocky, which hey, that's a style for Dragon Ball for sure. Oh god, am I gonna make myself like really unpopular if I say I don't like Dragon Ball's original like soundtrack at all?
Probably. I'm sure there are some people out here who will fight over Dragon Ball's music.
I don't know, like like Goku's going fucking sicko mode, and there's like just this fucking violin, like faintly playing in the background. I'm like, man, this is not swag. This is not what I signed up for.
But the question is, have you seen the original Funimation dub movies for Dragon Ball?
I've seen some of them. Are you talking to me about the Android 13? Don't lecture me with your $5 haircut.
No, I'm talking about Cooler and Broly, where they just straight up play new metal music in them.
Oh yes,
Where
I've seen
it's
that.
just I think it's Pantera and Disturbed.
You know what? At least for Broly, that is a very inspired choice. Um, but you know what? Anything's better than the guy they got for like the first 60 episodes of Super.
Oh
That
yeah,
truly sucked.
that one song. I don't remember what it's called anymore.
Is that what you're saying?
I know it's like the one they always play at like the shittiest moments possible.
Yeah. God. Yeah, that one, and there's another song not from Dragon Ball, from Hunter x Hunter, like Gon's like adventure theme. That shit will actually cause me to have a violent episode whenever I hear it. I hate it so much. They overplay it so much. It's like da 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 da. I'm like, no, fucking
This is not the
no.
time. Yeah.
He's like, I came to watch Chimera Ant. What is this shit? Oh yeah, speaking of, Togashi apparently is like communicating again.
Oh,
That
that's good.
they have more chapters ready and they're rethinking the release schedule, whatever that means. But hey,
I
it's
thought they
always
already
good to hear from
rethought the
him.
release schedule. They doing it
Well,
again?
yeah. Like I don't understand what's happening, but
Yeah,
get
I'm
that
having
bag.
trouble following the plan here. I thought the plan was just whenever you've got shit, we'll put it up.
Yeah, I don't know, because he started releasing chapters weekly for a while, and then he ended before he had released all the chapters he had prepared. So I don't know what happened there. I'm sure there's someone who's more plugged in here.
Yeah.
Um,
Person in the comments who violently follows Hunter x Hunter news, let us know.
yeah. Yeah, we should just make like a pinned comment every week that is just like a complete list of everything we say that is wrong, everything we forget, and everything that we ask elaborations on. Um, Grandpa's sources section or something we can call it.
The
Dog,
senility correction comment.
I'm fucking terrified of that thing about Araki having been disproven as fake by the time I get to tell it here.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke. So I guess either one of us is wrong on that front. So
Well, I saw, the official like JoJo wiki talking about it. So unless this is like a hoax on the scale of Haruno Higashikata, which I don't think they would do again, um, you know, uh, I believe them. Did you ever encounter Haruno Higashikata?
I did not. I stay away from the expanded JoJo fandom lore as much as I can.
Yeah, because that was a time when basically every single like big content creator and like wiki source for JoJo just decided to gaslight everyone into thinking that there was a character called Haruno Higashikata in JoJolion.
It's kind of
With
funny
the
though.
Yeah, with the theory being that most people have not actually read JoJolion at all, so they wouldn't know, or it would just be like, "Oh yeah, you forgot."
That's kind of funny. I can't really
Yeah,
hate on that. That's pretty good.
can't hate on the grind too much. Um, Anyway, Akane Banashi gets a sidetracked out of 10.
Uh-huh. Uh,
Yeah, it
villainous,
happens.
nice guy out of 10.
Yeah.
Next up we have got Mashle.
Brother. Brother, this stuff is not doing it for me
No,
anymore. I'm
it's not
sorry.
hitting. It's not hitting at
No.
all. Man, if they bring out that fucking key again, I can't even properly put into words. I don't, man, this is just not fine, whatever. It's hard to care because like I know this is just gonna end with them fucking doing it again, like going back and fighting. So like, what's
hmm
the fucking point?
Yeah, I mean, all right, folks. So what's happening here is SNC is officially switching up on Mashle. Um, get your pitchforks ready. But I don't know. I think the mix between this fight having been so long and the jokes kind of dying down to the point where we barely have them anymore really makes this current section of Mashle just kind of a slog.
It really is. It's just a fucking like I understand the attempts to be like emotional with it, like Order getting up and being like, you know what, I tried to kill him, but now I'm gonna bet on him to save us. Like that's
Hmm.
fine, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
cool.
all of this is just in service for them getting away for XYZ reason to heal Mashal so they can fight a second time.
Yeah,
I keep calling him
yeah,
Mashal and not Mash.
me too. But that's the least of our problems right now. Um, it's such a shame. Like it really used to be such a hallmark series for the show, right? You would just go in and enjoy Mashal for the week, and right now it's just kind of lifeless. It has very little of the charm left that it had just a few months ago. Um, the action has kind of devolved into just throwing attacks at each other.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's just it kind of isn't very charming anymore. I think the magic has really just worn off, like rubbed off through this way too long final arc.
I really think that's part of what it is that like Mashal was never super deep or anything, but it was enough to keep you going, and it was relatively quick, you know?
Hmm.
Problem, solution, a few chapters of a fight, and it was done.
Yeah.
This final fight has been going for fucking forever, man.
Hmm.
Forever. And it
Yeah.
just won't stop.
Yeah.
And
It's
there's just
it's
not
it's
enough
rough.
there's not enough to Mashal to sustain it for that long. So it just becomes you rolling your eyes at the same things over and over again.
Hmm. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is unfortunate because I was huge on Mashal for a while. Now I'm just kind of like, all right, whenever you want to wrap this shit up, you're clearly done.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this all just feels like unnecessary filler to make it last longer.
Damn, we've really resorted to calling the canon manga filler. That's crazy.
I mean, it's all just fluff. Like, oh, we gotta save Mash's life, quick! Everyone get away! Oh, we've healed him. All right, let's go back and fight him again.
It does. Maybe I don't know. Maybe this is just some really big elaborate joke that we're not getting. But yeah, it is just not hitting
No,
out of
it's
10.
not hitting it all out of 10. That's probably
Yeah.
the most scathing review I'm gonna give to anything this week. Um,
Yeah.
all right, next up we've got Undead Unluck.
Which is fun.
Yeah, it was
This
fun.
little arc is turning cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't like it wasn't my favorite chapter ever or anything. I think it's just because like these chapters are gonna kind of be always carried by one, how much I give a shit about the character that they're recruiting now, and two,
Hmm.
how cool Fuko is being. So with
Hmm.
her more or less being in the background in this one, I was like, yeah, it's all right. I like Billy though.
Yeah.
I like Billy. He's doing cool things. Also, his name is
Yeah.
Billy, which is still funny.
Yeah, but I like the way he gets around Untel's ability. Like
Yeah, he
that's
like
really
senses the
cool.
heartbeat.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Um, and yeah, I like the way they end up recruiting Creed, where it's just like, hey buddy, hey man, come on, we're gonna end this war. We're gonna get the fucking UFO disc thing. Um, I will say the way it's probably the translation, but the way the dialogue tries to fit in the word decrease into his dialogue is really funny.
Yeah, is it weird to you that they all have to keep talking about their powers like they have to speak around their power?
I guess. I mean, is it weird that a fire user in a shonen manga says, "Oh, I'm all fired up"? Like I don't know. At this point, this is kind of just a shonen trope, isn't it?
I guess, but like it feels like one that it's every character that does it, and two, it's like really decrease. Maybe it's just that undecrease is by far the one that sounds the worst of every single power in the series.
Yeah. Can you can you imagine? Everyone has like a catchphrase related to their power. So like, um, unseen is like catch me if you can or some shit like that, or undecreased is like, oh, I'm never running out. Some fucking video game catchphrases. And then Fuko, being unluck and unlucky. Her catchphrase is just like a mumbled, oh fuck. Like, oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. He's right behind me, isn't he? So that just happened. Fuko is my favorite MCU character.
Fuko's my favorite everything.
She's great.
Fuko's so good. I fucking love Fuko.
Yeah, as you said, she is kind of carrying a lot of these like recruitment arcs
Yes,
together
she
with whoever
absolutely
they're
is.
recruiting.
Like the whole arc against the boxer man, Void, I would have been in like whatever. But
Yeah.
Fuko was so fucking cool in it, and then I'm like, oh wait, actually this is awesome.
Yeah, and I mean we've gone without Andy for like at this point 30 chapters, 20 chapters, something like that.
Gotta
18
say,
chapters.
don't miss
Yeah.
him at all.
Right?
Don't
Like
miss him
it's
even a
wild.
little.
Yeah, it's wild how well the series still works just with Fuko. It's so fun. So yeah, Fuko is great out of 10.
All right, next up we have Sakamoto Days.
Yes, sir, with a popularity poll.
Yes, which he got really low for a main character.
Yeah, he's 5th place.
Fifth feels very low for the main character of the series in any of these.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost to like the girl in the dress with the
Wow.
buzzsaw.
Well, it is a girl in a dress with a buzzsaw. Let's be real.
All right, I guess that's true. And I'm also surprised that Shin won. I kind of thought Naguma was going to win. So
Hey, it's deserved. Shin is really cool.
yeah, I really like Shin. I was just surprised that he won. Also, the old man with the sword is 8th place.
I mean, you know what? That sounds about right to me. He's really cool with his sword.
Poor sniper guy got 10th. That's a shame. I like him.
Hey, at least he's included.
That's true. At least he's on the list. But yeah, 5th was surprisingly low for the main character. That was my only thought on the popularity poll. I was like, wow, he's down there.
Yeah. As for the chapter contents, I thought it's really funny that, we keep saying about this series that, oh, it's so good in using its environments for its fights. And then that's an actual, like, plot point.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. It's like an actual lesson that they learn.
And it's a lesson they learn in the past, so that's why all the fights in the manga are so reliant on the environment. It's actually kind of cool. It's actually really, really neat. I also like the moment where we get to see like a little bit of Uzuki's like skills, where he kind of doesn't do anything except just stand in the way. Like the really nice and subtle way to make him feel dangerous without doing anything.
Yeah, without him having to actually like fight. And it's just kind of like, oh, nobody else could figure it out, but he did. It was good. And I also like the little hint where they're like, actually, this girl is stronger than Sakamoto is. So, it's a big deal whenever she gets killed, which is inevitably going to happen.
Yeah. And I like when Nagumo is his name, the black-haired kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he lands in the bed. And
and he's like, well.
The store clerk is like, is it comfortable? He's like, oh, it's the best. Look at all tucked in. He doesn't have an IQ. He's just having a silly old time.
Yeah, that's why I like it. That's why he got 2nd place.
Yeah.
He's just a little guy having fun.
Yeah. He's just a silly and eepy little guy. I'd be so much stronger than Sakamoto if it weren't for the tired sleepy.
I need that meme edited now with his face on it.
Yeah. um,
Would be unstoppable if it weren't for the tired sleepies.
Also, page 14, the fight in the elevator, so cool, that visual of him like speeding up in the elevator.
Oh yeah, going around him in circles. It's fucking cool.
Hmm.
The whole fight's cool.
Yeah.
I like him
Um,
wrapping him in the banner and slamming him through the second floor. I really like the page where Sakamoto's standing there and he's like, "Yeah, that was good," and you see him falling through the floor in the background.
yeah. Um, Also, can I just say it's really funny that they're fighting like basically the Flash, and the only explanation he gets is that he has like super fast shoes.
Yeah, he's just like, my shoes are really good. He's got those shoes when we were kids where you puff them up with air.
Oh shit! Yeah, the shoe that breathes.
Yeah.
You just unlock the core memory there. Oh my god, they had like a really annoying like advertisement here in Switzerland. You know, the kind where they can't just tell you about the shoe or like the product; they have to sing it.
Oh God.
You know, like, yeah, and it's just popped into my head, but I can't even put my finger on what they were called. Damn. Yeah, okay, you've just given me my nightly mystery to solve.
Can't wait for the tweets later.
Um, I mean, I have to wash my timeline off of that fucking Monster Hunter movie that I watched yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know why you did
awful.
that to yourself. That's a
Well,
patented terrible movie.
yesterday was Monster Hunter's 19th anniversary, and
So you
you
watched
know,
the worst thing to ever happen to it?
yeah, it's like you go
Happy
to
anniversary.
yeah, you go like to your friend's birthday party and you bring a VHS tape of like every car accident he's been in. Of course. Yeah, don't watch the Monster Hunter movie. It's fucking terrible. Um, just just watch my videos instead. Shameless plug.
Got him. Link in the
Got him.
description.
What's next?
Next up is Blue Box.
It's sweet. I like
It was
Taiki.
sweet, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't like
he's
them
a
trying
sweet
to
guy.
humanize the douche though. Nah, fuck that. I hate this guy. You can't retroactively make him be like, "Oh, you were already tired. You wanted him to." No, shut up. No. This guy fucking sucks.
Hmm.
Don't try to make me feel good about him. It's not going to work.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of an abrupt shift. Considering up until now he's kind of been like the closest thing the series has had to like a mustache twirling villain.
He is literally the worst. He is what Akane Banashi wants that guy to be.
He is Frieza's worst
He
nightmare.
is, yes. Frieza's lying awake right now, talking to Ginyu, going, "Hey, do you think anyone's really that douchey?"
Ginyu, you don't understand. What if I get cucked like that? Lord Frieza, you don't even have like a spouse or a significant other. He's like, Ginyu, that's not the point. God, we should invite Frieza to like our retirement home. He sounds like he would fit right in.
He absolutely would.
I mean, he already had a retirement home in hell, didn't he?
Yeah.
With like the little animals singing to him. But yeah, chapter was sweet. I really like Taiki. I like his reasoning for giving the ticket to Yumika. That I like Chinatsu, but Yumika is so important to her and such a big part of what made her into the person I like that I feel like I need to contribute my part to at least give them the chance to make up and give them a chance to get along.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's a really sweet sentiment and much more sort of productive than him just yelling at Yumika at one time.
Yes. Just giving her the massive lecture about her life and leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I thought their little interaction at the end of the chapter was really sweet. It's like, yeah, I'll be there for you. You know, I've seen some people talk about Blue Box and say that it's very schlocky, it's very sort of tropey romance, and it's like, you know what? Yeah,
Correct.
arrest me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You are correct. Thank you.
yeah, like arrest me for liking this. I can't believe the woke mob is canceling tropey romance. This is
When will these
unacceptable.
leftists ever be satisfied?
First they came for our pronouns, and now they're coming for our romance.
For our schlocky, miserable romance.
They won't stop until Blue Box is called They Them Box.
Oh God. Anyway, it's pretty good.
You know what? I think birth assigning your gender, that's socialism, right? Like, I think your gender should be decided by the free market.
All for One's plan. He's actually a hyperlib.
Just a they them causing mayhem.
Him narrating to himself while Shigaraki causes problems. That's him trying to coin a catchphrase for the fucking League of Villains.
Well, this plan didn't quite work out because I mean he literally recruited Dobby, a raging misogynist. Would literally set him.
You know,
Would literally...
he's one of those liberals who like he's okay with hurting other people as long as his team is alright.
Is like he recruited a guy who would rather set himself on fire twice than listen to a woman. Like, come on. You know, that's not very progressive of you, Mr. Demon King. Mr. Root of all evil. That's an oopsie.
That's a real oopsie daisy there, friend.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Blue Box gets a sidetracked out of 10 as well.
Yep. So the next up is last week's My Hero Academia.
I mean, I'm getting kind of tired of the whole meme of like every chapter starts with a flashback and ends with a cliffhanger that will then be explained in the next flashback before the next inevitable cliffhanger.
Yeah. Also, like, this really is just My Hero Academia, the 1,000-Year Blood War. Every single cliffhanger is, oh my god, new character that we all love from the past that didn't really do jack shit before is back. You're here, thank you.
Yeah. Also,
And
yeah,
it's like-
Tokuyama's attack just didn't matter, did it?
Didn't do fuck all, no.
Yeah. That's sad. Also, I don't like the things that this chapter confirms have happened off screen. Because, for example, Toga, in order to be able to copy Shigaraki, means she took Shigaraki's measurements, which means that Shigaraki definitely knows about Twice. Which, you know, I feel like was a safe assumption before, but I still don't like it.
Right.
That my man's like, oh yeah, one of my friends is just outright dead and I have no thoughts on it whatsoever. It's like, okay, that sucks. Also, you know, Kirishima's whole thing with Gigantomachia was like a huge pillar of his character arc, you know, between him and Mina and the big giant guy that scared them when they were young. So he just off-screen conquered him together with Shinso.
Yep.
And we're gonna get like a definitely super satisfying flashback next week. Yeah,
no,
like,
week after.
The week after. Oh yeah, of course, because this is also the break. Yeah. And it's just like I think my man Hori is just absolutely terrified of having anything happen in the now, besides fighting. Because I mean, even the scene between Ochako and Tsu, when they're talking about Toga, that shit happened. Like that's a flashback to about 5 minutes ago. Like you could have just shown that in the moment.
It's a flashback to literally what we're doing right now.
Yeah, like there's just no reason to separate it from the flow of the story like this. And the same thing, you know, with the Kirishima stuff. I bet we're gonna get a flashback next chapter that's going to show us exactly how they did it. And it's like, why not structure that alongside the actual current events? Why why rely so heavily on analepsis, on flashbacks? Um, like I watched Asa read through the My Hero like final arc again on stream, and he pointed out something really interesting that that time, I don't know if you remember this, but that time when All Might pulled out like a whiteboard and explained like the plan for the final war to the kids, that was the last time a non-fighting scene happened outside of a flashback.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that was a long time
And that's
ago.
like that's year at this point over a year ago almost, I want to say. Um or maybe not quite that much, but it's quite a while ago. And I think that's really my main issue. I mean, I've said it many times. I'm not going to regurgitate it too much. It's just it really hurts this final arc in my opinion.
This final
That
arc started on February 13th of 2022.
damn, okay, so it's over a year now, pretty much.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's hmm.
Hmm.
Oh my God, when did Jiro's stupid shit where uh she like stirred the souls of the dweebs inside of All for One was in May of last year. It's almost a year
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
This shit's never gonna end, is it?
I mean, I hope it does, honestly, for Hori's sake.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
that's a whole other thing.
they need to just handcuff this man. Like, he is clearly not taking enough precautions
Didn't
here because,
Yusuke Murata literally tweet like somebody help this guy?
yeah, yeah, which is very rare for mangaka to do something like that in public. Um, you know, yeah, we're just seeing the effects of someone who just either doesn't know his limits or doesn't want to accept them. And, it's
It
important
really
not,
feels to me that he's like, I'm so close. I don't want to stop now. I just want to get it done. But then it doesn't even
yeah.
feel like he's that close.
Yeah, and it's important not to put the blame on the victim, on the affected here, right? Like, if he's struggling, then he's struggling. That's not his fault, but it's also just kind of heartbreaking um to see this man just try and try to like keep the schedule up, keep up the pace, but just continuously having to take emergency breaks. Like this is the second one, what, since January?
I think so,
Uh
yeah.
yeah. So he's gonna have had a total of a full month of emergency breaks by the end of by the middle of March. That's it. That's a yikes. And on one hand you have that, and on the other hand you have this weird stop and go pace of the story that he's writing, where it's like he clearly wants to really progress, to really like just shoot for the ending, but he realizes that there are still many things left on the table that he has to sort of tie up. And I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. I am. But you know, you can really feel that like desperation and that like duality in his writing, and it's just sad. It's just concerning. Um they really just need to make him take a vacation, like a month, 2 months even. Just because even an emergency break, like 2 weeks of emergency break are not the same as a month hiatus, because in those 2 weeks he's just going to keep working to catch up on deadlines. It's
Correct.
not the same as just being told go be with your family and chill out. um yeah, it's a very serious situation, and you know I think the only real solutions here are either the series just ends, just book it at this point. What the hell, right? It's just a manga, like just fucking run for it, or the Shonen Jump editorial committee just needs to tell him, dude, you are going to burn yourself into ash over this if you keep going. You just need to take that break. And it's not an easy thing for anyone, right? Because you don't want to tell your golden goose to take a break. Um, And Hori, as an artist, definitely doesn't want to hear that. Like, I understand as an artist and as a creative to be so invested and so, as you say, like just at the finish line, not wanting to leave anything undone. But I mean, at this point, this is barely functioning as a release schedule, right? Like, it seems like we are with every chapter at the at the brink of them just announcing a hiatus at this point. Um, so yeah, very concerning. I hope he stays well. Like, genuinely, I just hope he gets that hiatus and finishes the series. Honestly,
Yeah, he
um,
he just needs like to take a month, man. Because it's like you said, all these emergency breaks aren't. He's not recovering during these. He's going, oh, whew, I can draw a little slower for the
mhm,
next 2 weeks. Like he's not relaxing during this
yeah,
time and recovering. So like I don't know, man. The dude is not in a good way. Very
yeah,
obviously not in a good way. And
yeah,
it'll never happen, but I feel like the only way to fix that would be for literally like Shonen Jump to be like, "All right, you got to stop."
yeah,
Like for them to literally say, "No, you're
mhm,
taking a month."
mhm,
I
yeah.
don't know.
It's ugh, it's not looking great, but it is what it is. Honestly, like at this point, the Shonen Jump staff can do what they want, but the decision is on him. Uh, and I mean, he has made it clear where he stands. That for him, he's just terrified of not getting to finish a story, not getting to complete it before it gets canceled or otherwise ended prematurely. So yeah, nah. I mean, I just hope, if nothing else, that there's just not much story left, really. That he can just wrap this up and take a long break from being a mangaka, because this,
Yes. God,
yeah,
do not Boruto this. Don't turn around and snag something else immediately. Just
honestly,
take a
if they're
few
gonna
years
Boruto it,
off.
if they are gonna Boruto it, just give it to another author or give it to another artist. Like,
Yeah, just let the
you know,
Vigilantes guy Boruto it. You
yeah,
get out of there.
exactly. Give, send him like a napkin every month with like ideas and let him do the rest. Like, yeah, this is not tenable. Um, concern out of 10, I
Yeah,
guess.
the violent concern out of 10.
Yeah,
All right, so then that puts us in our top threes. First up being Ichinose family.
dog, what the fuck is
I
happening?
have no idea. I thought
Like,
was the dad the fake dad the one that unalived the mom?
so here's the thing: did he unalive her, or did he just straight up like made her disappear? As in, like, is this some paranormal shit? It
Or yeah,
has to be,
is
right?
he like did he exclude her from the loops now?
I guess.
Like
Yeah.
and then like she's not dead, but like it's like the same thing that happened to the dad, where like she's not
Mm-hmm.
dead, but she's excluded from what's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Also, what the fuck, 2,000 times?
Yeah. Also, every time we see the granddad loop, it's because he asks why we're going to that place,
Hmm.
and every single time in the panel, you can see our main guy looking at him, sort of suspiciously. So I wonder if it's not necessarily just a fake that, but if Tsubasa is, without knowing it, like a key ingredient to this loop. Um, because we do know he has like a darker personality that only shows itself occasionally, right?
Right.
So I wonder if that's gonna factor in. But holy fuck, man! What's this? What's yeah? Like, it has to be supernatural, right? Like, this cannot be just like a government program.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be, 'cause it's like 2,000 times. That's insane.
Yeah, like, you'd
Like, it's
age.
got to be some actual time loop shit.
Um.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely isn't wipe their memories and start over and pretend. It's definitely like it actually resets.
Hmm. Um. Also, the confrontation at the end. is also really weird. I didn't expect them to just be like, anyway, tell us everything,
Tell us
Batman.
the lore. Yeah.
Yeah, we got you. Uh, so his reaction is gonna be really,
Also, the
really
grandpa
important.
specifies that they died when Kakeru crashed the car unscripted.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't just, oh, we got another amnesia. So I guess them dying must also reset the loop.
yeah, yeah, killing us all in that crash.
Hmm.
Also, Tsubasa doesn't question that whatsoever.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't even bring it up.
Hmm. Yeah, it is. It is weird. Because also the reaction of the fake dad is like that looks like genuine shock
Yeah,
on
he
his
doesn't look
face.
like he's even angry that they're asking, or like that he's about to flip on a Frieza monologue or something. He's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. He mostly looks uncomfortable as fuck.
Yeah, like he doesn't want to be having this conversation right now.
Hmm. Fuck, man, this is a really good mystery.
Yes, it is. I really want to know what's going on. I have no fucking
Hmm.
idea.
Um. Yeah, it's man, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just such a insanely cool like lore dump essentially
Yeah,
through like the grandpa.
an insane like premise too. Like who thinks of this shit?
Mr. Taizan 5.
Clearly.
Hmm. But
And it's good
yeah,
though.
yeah, good mystery out of 10.
All right, next up then we have Chainsaw Man.
Brother, is that the Death Devil?
I feel like it probably is. I
Yeah,
mean,
Primal Fear.
yeah, like, but then you'd think the Death Devil would be a horseman, right?
Yeah, I mean maybe it's not death itself. Maybe this is like a sub devil, so to speak, like heights, like the height devil.
Oh,
Because
like
they
the
do
fear of
not
falling
just
to your death.
yeah, or because it's not like they just keel over and die. They specifically jump off a building,
Hmm.
right? So that to me could be a hint that maybe it's the suicide devil or the heights devil. Because height, that would be a primal fear.
Yeah.
Um, Humans are generally afraid of big heights, except for people who ride roller coasters. I don't get y'all, but uh,
Also,
it
the
is what it
body that
is.
it has is super nasty.
Oh yeah,
It
like the
has like
weird,
wings.
yeah, the like vagina wing
Yeah,
coming
and
out of its.
also its foot is a hand.
Oh god, oh, why did you tell me that? That's awful.
It is awful.
That's terrible.
So are we under the assumption that Chainsaw Man is gonna show up and save War here?
Gonna have to, because didn't last chapter show us that Naito was like, "Oh, Chainsaw Man, go!"
Yeah, there's a devil here. Go get it.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I love the premise again, also with Yoshida and Fami, where they're like, "Oh yeah, 23 out of these 30 were predicted to lose their lives exactly in this month," and
Hmm.
then she's like, "And the others are today, isn't it?" Um, or like this week. It's such a it's such a great way to like build tension and be ominous about it.
Yeah, I like Fami a lot. I think that she's like super creepy in a good way. She
Yeah,
has that like kind of Makima air to her where you're just uncomfortable whenever she's around.
yeah.
Also, I
Um,
like that she buys a shitload of food because he's paying for it.
yeah. Um, Actually, it's an interesting thing that you mentioned Makima, because yeah, it's a nice way to sort of, I guess, keep that through line going through like the horsemen. Um, so I'm very interested to see what this this new devil is like, because yeah, I don't think it's a horseman. It doesn't give me horseman vibes. It just seems like a regular, like a strong regular devil.
Yeah, just like a grotesque, fucked up devil.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the horsemen all seem to be just people with funky
Mm-hmm.
eyes.
Young women specifically.
Yes, that's true. Fujimoto,
Also,
he's got something to say.
We know what he has to say about young, dominant women. Let's be real. Uh, also, not anything of note necessarily, but on page 6, there's a lot of like cleanup mistakes in the art. If you look on the left-hand side of the panel borders,
Oh yeah,
uh,
up on the outside of
the,
the panels.
yeah, they're not cleaned properly. Not that it matters. It's just interesting. Um, but yeah, also what a crazy and scary like appearance where it's just like casually goading people into killing themselves.
And then making a form for itself out of the bodies.
Yeah,
Gross.
yeah, awful. Love it. Very Fujimoto. Also, I like War just being like, oh no, this is not something I can do.
And just bailing. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very wise. Um, so yeah, very cool. Very curious about Yoshida. He is starting to give me major puppet master vibes.
Yeah, he's just around like doing stuff, and it's always, what are you doing, man?
Hmm.
You're always vaguely around what's happening. It's just,
Yeah. So that's
Also, I wonder if Makima being gone is why all the other horsemen are like all active now,
yeah, maybe.
because
Like they
they just don't
sensed
have
that
to worry
something was
about her
up.
anymore. Because they
Oh
don't
yeah,
seem to
as well.
particularly like each other. Like Vor wasn't thrilled when Famine showed up,
Hmm.
so maybe just Makima was the strongest one, and now that she's out of the way and is a small child, they can scheme. Because remember, Makima was
Hmm.
trying to get rid of concepts like war and stuff, like
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
so that would have killed, presumably, war.
Okay, so here's an interesting thought. Because Makima says that there used to be three more outcomes at the end of life besides death. That Chainsaw Man erased. Were those three then horsemen?
Maybe.
Yeah, because I mean they would be on par with death, presumably, if they are, you know, three other equally possible outcomes that happen just when a life ends. Um, so yeah, it's just interesting, sort of, also in regards to the fact that obviously Denji ate Makima, but he didn't erase the concept of control from the world.
Right.
Um, and I'm guessing the reason is because he ate her in human form
Yeah,
and
that
not
seems to
when he
be what
was in
everyone
devil
is
form.
in agreement on, is that he was not in his Chainsaw Man mode. It was Denji that did it.
Hmm.
So it was just cannibalism.
You know, that's one way to end your part one story. That's for sure. Um, but yeah, Chainsaw Man is chainsaw good out of 10.
Yep, still good. Always
Hmm.
good. Next up, the finale, we got Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh brother, it is suffering hour.
It has been suffering hour for a while, and it never seems to stop. But I do
Yeah.
think it's really funny that every single fucking thing Sukuna says, he has to take a shot at Yuji during it.
Yeah.
You switched
It's just
bodies? Yeah, because my last one was ugly. Like, bro, he's not even there. Leave him alone. He's having a
you know,
rough
he's just
time
like
right now.
he's just petty as fuck.
He is. He's great. Sukuna fills that
Hmm.
special niche of like Dio levels of evil, where he's
Right?
just like a fucking an asshole, and he's thrilled about it.
Hmm. Yeah, you know, just casually kills a really popular character
Hmm.
like it's no big deal. Um Also, I really like Kenjaku's thing with the calling games, where in order to pull it off, he had to basically promise that he would have to be the one to end it.
Hmm.
I think again, I love that thing with cursed energy, where like you can kind of do anything with it. It just comes with an equivalent cost. You like have to barter with it to make certain things happen. I think that's such a cool like evolution of the equivalent exchange idea that you know we've seen in other shonen like Full Metal Alchemist and Hunter x Hunter with Nen.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's so cool. It also, you know, makes me wonder how the fuck he's gonna end this. Um, because at this point, you know, there's so much cursed energy going around. There's so many strong players. Unless he just lets Sukuna go wild, which seems to be what is happening.
Yes. I also like how Arame seems to not like him very much. And he's just like there and she's like, okay, then get out of here. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Go off.
Yeah.
And I also like him acknowledging that he was just like talking shit to Choso and he can't actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, I was talking mess to Choso, but I gotta do it the right way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also, damn,
No.
poor Megami. Imagine getting possessed and the dude just walks around cock out around a bunch of other people.
Yeah, on his way to kill your sister too.
Yeah, this is a bad day for Megami.
It's a bad day for literally everyone.
It really is.
Which again, I think that's a cool way, I guess, to sort of metatextually characterize Sukuna, where like every time he's around, any character who isn't on his side is suffering.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We didn't even
Um.
see the girl. She was in that for what's her name? Oro?
Oh, the
Uro?
Sky Girl.
Yeah. She was there, like in the colony. She felt Sukuna show up, but then only Ryu got eviscerated.
Uh huh. Yeah, maybe she was smarter. She didn't.
Did not go confront him.
Yeah. Maybe she's gonna butt in the fight between him and Yorozu.
Maybe. And that's how Yorozu gets away. Because I can't imagine anyone being strong enough to fight Sukuna right now.
Yeah. You know what would really fuck this entire thing up if Hakari and Kashimo showed up now.
Oh God. Well, they're in Sendai, so I assume the only one that's there is Yuta.
Oh hey, another really fucked up uh like outcome, isn't it?
Yeah. Keep Yuta away from this man. I'm not ready for Yuta to die.
Mm. Yeah, man, it's really cool how I don't know how it changed its pace, the series, by doing something that's on paper kind of simple. It's just have Sukuna switch bodies. But just the ramifications of it are so wild. Um do you think they're gonna manage to get Megumi out of this unscathed?
Unscathed? Probably not. Um, and that kind of ties into the question I was about to ask. What do you think's up with Sukuna noticing the issue with his finger?
The issue with his finger?
hmm Where
Where's that?
he gets page 9 to page 10,
Mm-hmm.
where he walks out of the bath and he gets a little like shocked panel, and then he's looking down and he's got the crack on his finger.
Oh. I guess that's sort of Megumi not fully being able to be suppressed. And
Maybe
so
I was read an interesting theory on it that it was that Megami isn't like specially designed to be a vessel for him. So his body's breaking
oh.
down, like because Yuji could do it, because Yuji was built to do it.
Oh, that actually seems very plausible. Yeah. Because I
And
mean,
yeah,
yeah,
so
you
that like Megami not being specialized means that it's a much bigger strain on his body.
mm-hmm. And so you think we're gonna have like a fight between him and Yorozu where he's sort of falling apart, kind of like Shigaraki in that one fight in My Hero. Like
Maybe
just
not this
cracks appearing.
early, but yeah, I feel like we're gonna, if that's the case, we're gonna start seeing Megami's body start to break down. Because I
Mm-hmm.
mean, isn't Sukuna like? I mean, he's supposed to be poisonous by nature, isn't he? Like, just his energy is supposed to be poisonous.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see what that does to old Megumi.
Yeah, and I mean, they know they had said that or not they had said, but people had theorized that the bath was going to be him reclaiming his old body, and that's not what it ended up being.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what the plan for Megami's body actually is, because I don't believe that it's just because, oh, I can fight sorcerers better with an extra
Mm-hmm.
technique. Like I don't think it's that. So I'm very curious what the plan is.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, but we're just gonna have to see. But holy shit, I'm very excited for the future Jujutsu Kaisen. Out of 10.
Yep, agreed out of 10.
All right.
All right, well then I
Uh,
think we have got another one in the books.
yeah, I think so too. Everyone, take care and be safe.
Yeah, we will see you next week.
Yeah, take care. Greetings from the nursing home.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everybody.